Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming here today. My name is Zepin Nossa as Moderator 1. We are Group 3 of English 3. Let me introduce the member of the group. First, Akhmad Nur Khakim as Moderator 2. Second, Rafliq Ramadhan as a Speaker 1.
Hello.
Third, Doni Alfani Alfian Nur as a Speaker.
Hello.
4. Fajar Banianto as a Speaker 3. The topic of today's presentation is Smart Sensor. This presentation is divided into 3 parts. First, explain about Internet of Things, Smart Sensor and Actuator. Second, describe kind of microcontroller, sensor, and actuator. Third, implementation of Smart Sensor. I will start with some general information on Smart Sensor. Smart Sensors are an important tool in the modern era, especially in facilitating human work, because without a sensor, a device cannot detect what it will do. For a more complete explanation, Rafliq will explain about Internet of Things, Smart Sensor, and Actuator. Rafliq, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Zepin. Okay, before I explain about smart sensor, I will explain about Internet of Things because smart sensor is part of the Internet of Things. Internet of Things describe the network of physical objects that are embedded with sensor, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. Like in this picture, we have any device, and they are connected. And this is of Internet of Things. Next. Before I explain smart sensor, I will explain you about a sensor. Sensor is a device that convert physical parameter into electronic signal. And a smart sensor is a sensor that easy to apply or implement with other device, so as to produce and device that is useful or makes human work easier. For example, temperature sensor to measure room temperature. Next. Now I will explain you about actuator because actuator is part of sensor. Actuator is the device that convert electronic signal into physical output. Actuators such as the mover system from which the sensor originates. Like in this picture, the parquet have a sensor and actuator. Actuator is to open and close gate. Sensor is detect when car will go. Now I will explain you about that is from me. Now Doni will talk about microcontroller, pins and actuator. Doni, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Rafliq. Well, explain about microcontroller. That's right. Yeah. Because microcontroller is important part for sensor. Microcontroller is small computer that is packed in a IC. IC is integrated circuit chip and designed to form a specific task for or operation. Basically, basically, microcontroller IC consists of one or more processor cores atau or CPU, memory or RAM and programmable input and output device. In application, microcontroller is used in product or device that are automatically controlled, such such as car engine control system, medical device, remote control, terus machine, electrical equipment, toys, and device that use other embedded system. Kind kind of microcontroller is Arduino R3, Arduinesia, and yeah, and Arduino itulah. Kind of sensor, temperature sensor, radiation sensor, proximity sensor, pressure sensor, and kind of actuator, linear actuator, motor, relay, and solenoid. Temperature sensor. Temperature sensor is an electronic device which detect thermal parameter and provide a signal to the input of control and display device. Radiation sensor detector is an electronic device that sense the presence of alpha, beta, or gamma particle and provide signal to counter and display device. Proximity sensor is an electronic device used to detect the presence of object in the vicinity through non-contact means. And then pressure sensor detector or transducer are electromechanical device that detect the force per unit area in a gas or liquid and provide a signal to input the off control and display device. Now we'll describe your kind of actuator. Linear actuator. Linear actuator used to allow the movement of object or element in straight line. Motor used for the precise rotational movement of device component or an entire object. Relay is relay. Relay is electromagnet based actuator for operation power switch and on lamp, heater, or even smart facial. And then solenoid used in household appliance as part looking or triggering mechanism. Well, that's for me. Now Fajar will talk about implementation of sensor. Fajar, the floor is you.
Thanks to my brother, Doni Alfani, who has explained about microcontroller, and my brother Rafliq, who has talking about IoT. Now I will explain about smart sensor implementation. The application of smart sensor is actually a lot examples such as detection of vehicles dimension or car dimensions, at toll roads doors, sensor when the lights should turn on or turn off, and many others. For example, from the implementation smart sensor. Now, uh, mm, now we will only talking about two example implementation of smart sensor, and in our presentation, uh, we will talking about I will explain to you about implementation of smart sensor from Samsung brand. Okay, in this slide, you can looking the picture. This is a Samsung SmartThings ADT water leaks detector. Okay, the image, the water leaks, broken pipes, and similar problems can cost thousands of dollars to repair. In the worst case, they make home uninhabited for the small price of device. The Samsung SmartThings sensor can easily pay for itself many times over by detecting a single leak before the damage is done. Okay, it can be used via the Samsung SmartThings apps, which will alert you when water humidity or low temperature are detected. When enabled on your phone or other mobile device, you will be alerted to this problem, no matter where you are. This give you the chance to stop the damage before it starts in most cases. Okay, so in the slide you can look, you can see the picture from Samsung Samsung SmartThings motion sensor. Uh, this device this device, one outstanding example in the Samsung SmartThings motion sensor. This innovative device can be placed anywhere in your home, and it's affordable enough that you could place several of them in different locations if you should so decide. When the SmartThings motion sensor is triggered, it a set of alarm lights or any of a list other programmed routine that you are able to select. The device itself is very small, about half the size of average smoke detector alarm. They manage mm, without being any eyesore. Better still, it can be easily placed so that it's not in view of windows or doors, and the signaling potential intruders to find another way into your home. Okay, well, that's it for me. Thank you so much for your attention. I will hand it over to moderator, my brother, Mr. Hakim. So, Mr. Hakim, time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fajar. That brings us to the end of our presentation. Okay, in brief, our smart sensor are part of IoT, which make an product use sensor to make in a share for homes to work and live. Sensor have various types such as temperature sensor, proxim, proximity sensor. It's if the sensor is combined with an actuator. The result will be a product that has a motion system. For example, such as a smart home door. So that various skins of sensor can be implemented to make in a share for homes in work and live. It seems that the team in running out. We hope that our presentation will help you to know more about smart sensor. Thank you for your attention. Good morning. Have a great day. Thank you.